Yeah, so it's just us.
Get started if you want to record it.
Yeah. Yep, I'm recording. We're good.
Okay,
I'm gonna mute so I can chew.
Yeah. Okay, this will be really like down and dirty and easy. I honestly figured this out by accident because Zipforms was not working for a long time in command, like the connection. So I had kind of abandoned it, but I clicked it by accident a few weeks ago, and it was working. So yay. So I'm going to start from the beginning of a transaction. I got this one under contract on Monday. It's my own personal duplex that I got under contract on Monday. So start a transaction here, do all the same things like normal. Oh, I need to relog into command. Apparently sorry, my dog is licking the old meat containers. Maybe don't let him do that. Thanks, son. Okay. Oh, 404. This page could not be found. Great. Excellent. That's what I want. Okay. Now it's working. Okay. Transaction. I wanted to start from the beginning just in case. That way we had it on file like that. But with the camera being down here like this, you remember that Jim Carrey scene from Bruce Almighty where he's typing
on the
computer like this? That's what it looks like.
That's hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen the camera that low on a laptop. It's so weird.
It's in such a weird place. It's seriously like all the way down here. It's
weird.
So silly. I'm not gonna have my computer back for like another week, Cammie. I feel like I'm missing an arm.
Yeah, no kidding.
So okay, so I'm in here. Okay, so the main difference is you add and you select Zipform, and then it'll connect you to the Zipform room that you have created. So you just have to go down here and find it. So it's not in any order that I can tell, so you just have to find it.
Oh my gosh.
And then link.
Now, when did you create the room in DocuSign?
So I didn't even create it in DocuSign. This is the Zipforms room. So like,
so it's just
a transaction in Zipforms. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and because I get all of my documents signed through Zipforms I use DocuSign as my signature service.
Yeah.
But I get them signed through Zipforms, so they all come back into Zipforms when they're done being signed. So they're all in here.
Wow.
So you do have to know, because obviously there's going to be one that is the Zipforms version, because it's going to take all the documents in there.
Right.
So, but your version should always be the PDF version, right?
Yeah, the signed
because it's the signed version. Yeah, exactly. So you should be able to look at it and go, oh yeah, there's my signed versions of everything. And then all you have to do is pull them in, and then they will be right here in your DocuSign room, and you can link them like normal. So you don't even have to have like a totally separate document.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Which is really good for like listings, especially because obviously they're not going to be signed by anyone else. Obviously, if I send something to a listing agent and they send it back with seller signatures, I'm not going to put it into Zipforms. I can just pull it into here. But for like listings especially, or anything that only needed to be signed by the buyers, you already can have it right here all done.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
So it's super easy. It connected with me automatically because I was logged into Zipforms like previously. So it had me logged in there, easy to go, super, super basic. Like I said, I knew it was only going to take me like 10 minutes to show you guys. But you can pull everything right in from there. Yeah. And the nice part about it is, I don't know if you know this, Brittany, but in Zipforms, you can choose to either have the signatures be done by Zipforms, and that's free, included with our MLS fees, or you can connect DocuSign as your signing service. Oh. And most of us all pay for DocuSign because we knew we were going to be getting this, but most of us had yearly subscriptions, so we were just waiting. You can actually use this DocuSign login free and connect it to Zipforms to be your signing service.
So you don't have to pay for either.
So you don't have to pay for either.
That's anymore. Awesome.
But
So
the regular DocuSign offers a lot more than this one does.
yes, it does.
So
But none of it do I use. I only use it for signatures.
yeah, this is great. So my DocuSign has been hooked to my Zipforms for quite some time, but it's my full DocuSign. It's
Mhm.
not the DocuSign rooms.
Yes, and that's
So
what
I need to change that.
I'm still using because we still have the paid for subscription, so we're still using that too. But you can connect it to this, and you can use this as your signing service to get it done.
So when you're in Zip and you do choose DocuSign,
Mhm.
it will put it in your DocuSign, not into DocuSign rooms, right?
It will put it into just whatever you use to sign up. It's whatever you use.
Okay.
So because you have the option to log in there. So
Oh, okay.
if there's any new agents that don't already have an existing DocuSign who aren't used to using the existing DocuSign, have them use their DocuSign Rooms login, because if they're only using it as a signing service, this is more than enough for them, right? They don't need all those extra like fancy features and stuff that are in there. This does pretty much everything. The other nice part about this is you can actually add from the Zipform library. So let's say, Cami, we just need to get one thing signed that didn't get signed. We can actually pull from the Zipforms library in here and select the library.
What?
Yeah. So if I just need like an LSC signed, I can just go in and pull the LC and get the signatures directly from this DocuSign room rather than going in and loading in Zipforms and then moving it back over. So for some people, this may be easier. I prefer to just use Zipforms for now and pull it in that way. But for some people, especially maybe newer people who haven't learned the other way, this might be completely acceptable.
And
Obviously,
how did you pull that up?
yeah, I wouldn't do packets or anything out of here, like templates like we do in Zipforms, Cami. But if they're just getting like one form signed, yeah, why not pull it out of here? So add forms documents. Instead of the link transaction, choose from Zipform library. And then just
Wow.
like in Zipforms, you can choose which library to use.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just need like one silly form signed really quick, an agency or something.
Exactly. Rather than having to like go get it signed, get it loaded in separately, just get it signed from here.
That's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome.
So a little bit easier. I think for some agents that may add an element of complication that they cannot. I know for me it makes it simpler, but for some agents having an extra connection or an extra way to do something, even though they don't have to use it, if they know they have it, it like I wouldn't show this to Kay right now.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I
No.
wouldn't want to add anything extra to her plate, stress her out, anything like that. But someone who's using the command compliance already at a high level and you're just wanting to give them a shortcut to make some things a little easier, yes.
Perfect.
So I think it could be good for
I'm
people
gonna
like
grab
that.
this, you guys. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. And anytime somebody's just trying to get like one thing signed, why
Yeah.
not get it signed out of here and then it's already in there for compliance?
This is so great. You know, I've only put a couple, I think I put 2 into command and did this and split it out through DocuSign Room and I did it. But now that Jeff's been doing all my stuff, I'm kind of probably going to forget how to do it.
That's kind of the hard part. That's kind of the catch-22. Lynette and I have been talking about that. She's like, I sit in on all these trainings, but you do everything, so I don't know how to do anything.
To know how to do it. I know.
And
I did it, but I forgot. Like you guys did, or Brittany and Lori did the commission thing with me one day, and I was like, oh my God, okay, I got it. Then like 3 weeks later, I went back to go do one, and I was like, I had no idea, so I had to pull up the YouTube and watch it.
Yeah, and well, you're resourceful enough that you'll go and do that, but some people won't. Like once they get to the point where they're stopped, they're stopped.
Yeah, it kind of shuts you down. It almost shut me down, but I was like, no, I got to get this done, and I need to know how to do it. So.
Yep. And
Very
it's the kind of
cool.
thing, if you're not practicing it, it's easy to forget. And there's so many things that I've showed Lynette like 5 times. She's like, can you show me again?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lynette, if you use it, you will remember how to do it.
Right.
But if not, I'm just going to have to re-show you every time you do it.
Right.
So either use it or let us handle it.
There you go.
Like,
Love it.
Because I've showed you 5 times now. I think I'm about tapped.
I'm
The
done.
limit.
That's great.
So yeah, it should be really easy. I am actually going to do this transaction right now, get it into compliance for Cami because it's Wednesday and I
Uh-oh.
probably it went under contract like Monday night at 9. So
It's all right.
yeah, and it's not going to close for a long time. So, but I'm trying. Have you used the earnest money program through Pacific Alliance yet? Their new
No.
online earnest money
Mm-mm.
program. Oh,
Been hearing about it.
I decided to test it myself with mine, and it says that like they have the funds received. My bank hasn't had the money taken out. They say they have funds received, and then there's no receipt. So I was like, Cindy, help me understand. I
Yeah.
was like, my receipt's due today. And it says they have my funds. The funds haven't been taken out, and I have no receipt. So help me.
Wow. Well, my
Help me.
client wired in his earnest money, wired it in, went out of his account it was supposed to be deposited on Friday, went out of his account Friday. Monday, I still had no receipt. So I got a hold of Fidelity and I said, he wired it in and she didn't have it yet. Yeah. And the money was out of his account already. So, I mean, there's going to be a little glitch with wiring and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely. And I was like, I should have just dropped off a check.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day. But I'm glad I found that little connection. I had seen it in there as an option, but it hadn't been working previously, but it is working now.
That's
It's
awesome.
just the way anybody who's using stuff at a high level, I would definitely show them this little shortcut. But anybody who's already overwhelmed, I just wouldn't even show them yet.
Well, I see Dropbox is on there too. So like when Jeff is doing my files, he's putting everything in Dropbox. He could just go from Dropbox to, maybe he is, but he could pull it in and separate it this way.
Yep. And Dropbox is pretty much the same as computer though. You know what I mean? Because it's a hard file on your computer still anyway. So to me, it's pretty much the same. I guess if you're using an online only version of Dropbox, I don't know if there is one, but maybe that would make sense. But I don't know if there is an online only version of Dropbox even. So.
Well, I just bought the $500 a year business Dropbox
Lynette
account.
just upgraded hers.
Did she? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
The fear of missing out. She's got FOMO.
Oh yeah, like you tell her something's an option to buy.
Yeah, she's like, oh, what? Oh my God. This is cool.
Do you think we need this? Oh, I don't remember what it was earlier this week. She's like, do you think we need this? I was like, no.
No.
We're not even using the full length of the free version yet. So no, I don't think we do.
That's funny. That is funny.
But yeah, that's it. It's really that simple. It's super easy.
Awesome.
I didn't even have to connect it. It connected itself.
I'm going to go in and check mine out now and see if it's all set up. I
Yeah.
got to go get an offer signed, but
yeah. Good luck. Have a wonderful day, you guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye, girls.
Bye.